Good enough about this. Thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. Just wanted to, point something out here, something that I've been seeing in the comments. I mean, it doesn't bug me too much, and that's the saddlebags or the uneven saddlebags on the Lowrider ST. Yeah, I mean, you could notice it, but like I mentioned, honestly, I think once it's on the kickstand, I don't think it's much of a problem, but a lot of people are not okay with this. So I just wanted to, I guess, point out a few things on the reason why I guess they probably did this. But I mean, looking at the Lowrider ST, this is a completely different bike from the base model. And let me just show you guys a few things. I just don't know where Harley, I mean, they're Harley-Davidson and their design team, of course, they're pretty good. I mean, look at this new fairing, it looks pretty good. The overall design of the 2022 ST, Lowrider ST, is great. But I guess they dropped the ball in just a few areas. And considering, seeing Laidlaw's video on, people were wondering, can I put this fairing on my 2020, 2021 Lowrider S? And the answer is no. Harley-Davidson already released a statement or told Laidlaw that the front end on this bike is actually different. So this isn't a bolt-on or a plug-and-play kit for 2020, 2021 Lowrider S. So that's one thing. All right. So now, based on that information, of course, why didn't they just change the exhaust in this thing? That just doesn't make any sense. And another little detail as well is you also have a different Speedo on the Lowrider ST. So if you go over here to the base model, of course, you get an analog and a digital Speedo. So it's different from the ST. So I mean, it doesn't make any sense, Harley. Why are you changing all of this? Even the triple trees, of course, on the Lowrider S, the base model, this whole thing is different compared to the ST. Why not just change the exhaust? That doesn't make any sense. You guys are the design team. I don't know what they were thinking. Like I said, I don't work at Harley-Davidson, but if this was me, I mean, if you're already changing the Speedo, you're changing the front end, why not just change the exhaust? So I have a few different models where they could have, used and drawn parts, because clearly this is from the Street Bob right here. That clamp, that's the Street Bob. So why not just do that? And like I said, you guys already changed the front end on this, of course. And then you already changed the saddlebags. The placement of the saddlebags, they've been altered as well. They've moved them up. Now I'm going to show you a 2021 Sport Glide, which is still being produced out in Australia. I mean, they're still making it. So why not just put one of those exhausts? And I'm going to show you two different options that Harley had that, they don't have to re-engineer. They don't have to remanufacture or manufacture these parts. They already have them. It's already at hand for a lot of their manufacturing. It's just those little details that really count to the overall design of the new Lowrider ST. And let's go into the Sport Glide. This is still being produced, like I said, in Australia. You have that gunship gray, and I guess they're calling it the gunlight gray on this one. It was probably a little bit more pearl in it. Maybe that's what it is, because the gunship gray is a little bit more toned down. But you know what? Let's just go into the sand pearl. I'm a fan of this new bike. I mean, of this new color. And you can see it right here, as clearly the saddlebags are, they're just in a different placement on the bike. And then if you look at the ST, you can see where right here, you can't see the rear fender, it's not there. So the saddlebags covers that up. I don't think it's a huge, design flaw or anything like that. I think it still looks good. I don't know. Between both of these, which one would you guys rather have on your bike? Having this look, a little bit of the fender on top, or would you guys rather have, this look where the rear fender kind of sinks into the bike, below the saddlebags? Like I said, you know what? I guess I do like this a little bit more, but like that with the lower design, of course, you're also decreasing your lean angle because of the saddlebags a little bit closer to the ground. So, anyways. And then I was looking at the Sport Glide saddlebags, and it looks like they're also uneven here as well. You can see it right here. It looks like maybe it's off by about an inch, maybe. I don't know. I've never paid attention to it up until, recently with this one, where it looks like it's off by maybe 1.5 inches to almost 2 inches. And this is just something, like I said, I mean, it was brought up. First, I was thinking, you know what, maybe you could buy the outer shell and the bag itself from the Sport Glide and then transfer those parts over. But I think their overall placement of the inner shell and the outer shell, it's going to be different, which is mainly the bolting pattern of the inner shell is going to be slightly off, so you might have to do some modification. Because I was thinking, you know what, maybe Harley did it on purpose so they, so they could sell some saddlebags, because you could purchase these separately. Of course, you don't have to buy them in a pair. You could buy the left one or the right side. So I was thinking, you know what, Harley's going to be selling a lot of right side saddlebags, but it's clearly, I don't think it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna work, but like I said, you'll have to modify it. You'll have to do some fabrication. So, I mean, I don't know. You guys go ahead and just share your thoughts. And of course, I was talking about the exhaust. And I mean, they could have, like I said, they could have used this 2-in-1 design from the Sport Glide. They could have done this. I mean, they could have easily done this. They already went through the whole trouble of redesigning the front end and then redesigning or changing the Speedo. Both of these, of course, that's not the same Speedo and that's not the same front end, based off of what Laidlaw has mentioned. I don't know if you could zoom in, but it looks like this might be a little bit wider up front. You can see the spacing is a little bit different, so maybe that's what that is. But I mean, there's probably other little details in there, and we'll probably have to wait until we start seeing these in late March, early April. But anyways, I mean, they could have, getting back on with the exhaust, they could have gone ahead and used this exhaust. They have it, like I said, or they could have gone ahead and used the Heritage exhaust, more of a staggered look, a little bit more different. I mean, honestly, Harley knows that people put pipes on these things. People eventually do a stage 1 and they're going to swap them out. So I don't know why Harley decided to go ahead and compromise the overall design of the bike, knowing that 9 or maybe 99% of the time people are going to swap out these pipes. It doesn't make any sense. And yeah, I mean, they could have used the Heritage. Of course, you can see on the Heritage, the bags are a little bit more even. They're not, they're clearly, I mean, they don't stand out as much as this, of course. And on this, you can see, you can still see the rear fender kind of peeking on top of the saddlebag. So like I said, I don't know, just one of those little, design things that kind of, that I'm picking at, that I'm just kind of wondering. I mean, you guys already did this much. You guys changed the Speedo. You guys changed the front end. You guys, changed the placement of the saddlebags. Why not just change the exhaust? You guys are already, 90% there. Why not just do it? So I don't know. It's just me. Just wanted to share that quick little video. Kind of addressed all the comments in the Facebook group. This is one of the things that people have been teasing the Lowrider ST about. People have been putting images together about ball sacks and the Lowrider ST, the bags. Of course, people are, I also hang a little bit lopsided as well down there. They're not perfectly even. Typically one hangs a little bit further down than the other one, but I'm not perfectly symmetrical. Anyways, not a deal breaker by any means. It's still a great looking bike, and for what Harley's asking for the Lowrider ST, I believe it's still a great deal, considering it's only a couple $1,000 above the base model. So thank you again for watching yet another video. Go ahead and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, it's still, like I said, it's still a good looking bike. You guys just stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.